In this video, we're going to be looking at expanding binomial products. So let's start with a little bit of revision. Have a go and see if you can expand these two questions. So expanding the bracket by multiplying 3 by x and 3 by 2. Put the video on pause and come back when you're ready. Alright, how did you go? Well, what we need to do is multiply 3 by x and then multiply 3 by the positive 2. So our answer therefore is going to be 3x plus 6. How did you go on this one? It's going to be 3x multiplied by x and then 3x multiplied by 2, and that gives us 3 multiplied by x is going to be 3x squared plus 3 2's are 6x. Hope you got both of those right. Alright, well, let's get into expanding binomial products. Well, first of all, what does binomial mean? Well, a binomial is an expression with two terms, such as, for example, x plus 3, or in fact, we can have something like x squared minus 3. Okay, so those are binomials, because they have two terms. There's the first term, second term, first term, second term. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand these two binomial products, and I'm going to use the distributive law. And the distributive law essentially goes a multiplied by c, and then a multiplied by d, and then b multiplied by c, and then b multiplied by d. And it looks something like this. So a multiplied by c is equal to AC. A multiplied by D is AD, added to B multiplied by C is BC, added to B multiplied by D, which becomes BD. So if I put all of this into an actual sum, it would look something like this. I have x plus 2 in one bracket and x plus 4 in the other. So what I'm going to need to do is multiply x by x and then x by 4 added to 2 multiplied by x added to 2 multiplied by 4. And it would look something like this. X multiplied by x is x squared. X multiplied by 4 is plus 4x. Now we're finished with that, so now we go to the 2, so 2 multiplied by x is positive 2x, and 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. However, I have some like terms over here, so I can collect them, and I can therefore simplify my answer to be x squared, and what is 4 add 2? It becomes 6x, and I have 8 left over at the end. Alright, well, here are two other questions for you to do. Have a go at them, put the video on pause, come back when you're ready and see if you got it right. Okay, well, once again, it's going to be 2x multiplied by x, and then 2x multiplied by the 2, and then negative 1 multiplied by x, and negative 1 multiplied by 2. And the answer should look something like this. 2x squared, and 2 multiplied by 2 is going to be plus 4x, and then negative 1 multiplied by x is going to be negative x, and negative 1 multiplied by 2 is going to be negative 2. And once again, I have some like terms that I can collect, so I'll go ahead and do that. The answer therefore will be 2x squared. What is 4x? Take away 1, it's going to be positive 3x negative 2, and that should be your answer. Well, how did you go on this question over here? Once again, it's going to be 4x multiplied by the 2x, and then 4x multiplied by the 3, 2 multiplied by 2x, and 2 multiplied by negative 3. So your answer should look something like this. 4x multiplied by 2x is going to be 8x squared. 4 multiplied by negative 3 is going to be 4 3s are 12, so it's negative 12x. And 2 multiplied by 2 is going to be plus 4x. And then 2 multiplied by negative 3 is going to be negative 6. And once again, I have some like terms that I can collect. That's one over there, and that's the other one. So my answer, therefore, is going to be 8x squared. Now I've got negative 12, and I've got to add 4 to it. So I'm actually going to become a little bit more positive in my negative, if that makes any sense. So we're going to get 8x minus 6. And that should be your answer. And that's pretty much all there is to expanding binomial products.